No.
Now.
Your ass better call somebody. If you smell what the block is cooking. The block says, oh my goodness, the block
Know
says.
your role
Hey,
and shut your mouth.
This is episode 81 of the individual Tough Talks podcast with Tilly and the Block. How are you doing? This is your the champion of the people, the Block, who is speaking with. Yeah, you like that?
Fucking peasants.
Speaking with, you know what I mean, your favorite heel host, the reigning, defending. Oh my gosh, what? Seven months? Hold on, I want to make sure. Is it 7 months right now? Undisputed. Tough Talks champion, Tilly. I can't believe I'm saying that again. Like, I can believe it, but like, really, man, this is getting ridiculous. I'm starting to feel how them people who fight Roman feel right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I immediately, there was a point in the night where I felt safe, and it was with a certain return / title change moment where I was like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Well, yeah.
I was like, I'm set.
Yeah, that kind of that clinched it. It's like fucking like Flight of the Gingers that week, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting here and I'm running back and forth because like I had Jenny was watching it on her phone, right? I tried to get it up on the computer in the back. So I had it up for a little bit, and then like I'm going back and forth through the house, around the house, and everything, trying to figure out, you know, what's going on with the people that are here, because I had the cookout, the Culture Shock Community Cookout happening. But at the same time, I'm like, what's going on? Like, my title's up right now. I gotta see. You know what I mean?
Sorry. Well, no, my title was up.
Well, you know what I mean? Yeah, well, whatever. Semantics. Just, oh man, yeah. Oh man, so I was just like, okay, so I caught a couple matches, and then like, you know, I was just hoping, I was just like just putting that energy into the universe, into the WWE universe, like, come on, let me retain some semblance of dignity. Damn it. Like, I'll even take a tie this time, but I want that Vic. And yeah.
Yep. And it could have if you know, if the planned women's match for the title had happened, it could have been a tie. But the fact that Sasha was just not there at all kind of destroyed it.
Blew it out the water, just like, yep. And we still have that wild card. So before we go any further, I want to instigate this wild card match. Fuck that noise. From every pay-per-view forward, we should put in a call as to who Big E's gonna cash in on, unless we don't want to, in which case, if we are not right, we lose a point. Although that might make it worse for me. I might want to retract that. Never mind.
That could take you from a win to a tie, in which case is a loss.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure I want to do that. Like, why do I think my ideas out loud on live so often?
Well, it's just I mean, I feel you on it. It's just one of those things where it'd be cool to have that, but then at the same time, that could be something that goes on for, you know, months. And for whatever reason, it doesn't seem like they're ready to pull the trigger on him cashing in, because we're setting up Reigns versus Lesnar, even Reigns versus Balor this week. We're obviously going to prolong Goldberg versus Lashley for some ungodly reason.
That's still a thing. That's still.
I mean, he attacked him and his kid after the match.
Yes.
So, like that was the place to have Big E cash in. Was right there. Was to have Lashley versus Goldberg. Big E cashes in, so you have Lashley versus Goldberg versus Big E to save that match. And then you have Big E win and have like the big feel good SummerSlam moment of like, oh my god, like Big E is the WWE champion. 2/3 of the New Day have been WWE champion. But we didn't get that.
Nah, not so much.
We got a boring match between an old man and a juice head.
I was gonna say former vet, but okay.
Tomato, tomato.
Wait, hold on. Where's my microfiber cloth? Hold on a second. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean to defile the sanctity of the original. It's okay. He's just
Listen,
talking
Lashley can be more than one thing.
This guy, no, at the level of seriousness with which you said that. Oh
He
my
can be on
god.
steroids and be a former U.S. Marine or military.
Oh my
You know,
god.
he could do. It's long life.
I mean, like, if we're talking super soldier serum, shit, son. Like,
Just saying.
I'm like, I do look like he trained with Saiyans and shit.
Yeah,
So,
Bobby
I mean,
Lashley, 2021's Captain America.
I'm not sure I'd go that far yet. I'm not sure they're ready for that kind of thing. Like, it would be nice. Don't get me wrong. Technically, he's like, he's WWE's Captain America right now. He's
Yeah,
probably
I
like
like I
maybe
like Papa Doc as Captain America right now already, so we're good.
Papa Doc.
This guy's
I
the
just,
Falcon. His real name's Clarence.
uh, oh man, his head's filled with gas, just like he was Terrence. Okay, I'm done. Anyways, so speaking of Big E, in the first match on the pre-show, he defeated Baron Corbin by pinfall in a singles match.
Yeah, we'll get to Baron Corbin when we get to SmackDown because Baron Corbin has gone through yet another pretty spectacular character change that I'm really a big fan of. But I loved Bum Corbin. Uh, down bad Baron, as the Twitch community would call him. Down bad Baron is awesome. I fucking loved him coming out begging for money, just being like, I'm not leaving this ring until everyone in this arena cash apps me at least $1,000.
Oh my gosh.
That shit was great. Him just coming out with the ever growing mustard stain on his white dress shirt and all that shit. So
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Now he's, we'll get to that on SmackDown actually. But yeah, there was no question if we had this match announced so we could predict it, we both would have got it right anyways, because there is no world in which Big E was losing to down bad Corbin, down bad Baron.
Down bad Baron. Yep, yep. So that did make it. There's always one that doesn't make the list, but you know what I mean. That was
It's always the prelim show. They never say what the prelim show is going to be.
yeah, they want to try and surprise us with something.
No, they
So
just haven't planned it until they send them out to the ring.
all right, who wants it the most? Me. You over there in the back. You're making the most noise. Go on down, ring.
Who's
Come
not doing anything tonight
on.
and would like to do something?
Oh man! And so you have the predictions on the paper. I did not get them written down, so
Oh,
moving
okay.
to
Give me
arcade.
1 second. Let me pull up SummerSlam 2021 predictions. Got it.
Sure.
All right. So yeah. So how about you read the matches off the wiki because they're not in the order that on the predictions.
Okay, so we got RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Riddle defeating AJ Styles and Omos by pinfall in a tag team match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, we both got this right. We both had RK Bro going Brover.
Yeah,
And they are super Brover.
yeah.
So yeah, they won that. AJ and Omos, I think we're gonna probably get a breakup and feud between them at some point. I don't know if they'll have another feud after they finish off, trying to get the titles back, or if they'll go right into that mode. But AJ has said that he is already on the last contract of his career, so we shall see. Although I think he'll probably, after he leaves WWE, go to AEW for like one run.
Yeah, there's too much talent juicing over there, especially with the
Too many of his boys are over there.
yeah, the resurgence of one CM Punk.
Oh
And
yeah, you better bet your ass that AJ Styles wants a match with CM Punk.
yeah, definitely a run with a program, if not a
Mm-hmm.
run. Like
Yeah,
I think that would be a good title run, like a, you know what I mean, like a good
like title program, like
title
throughout a
program.
year
Yeah,
sort of thing. Have Punk versus uh,
Styles.
Styles. Fuck yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I will pay for every one of those pay-per-views.
most definite. I will find another way to get him. Um, oh damn.
Yeah, me too.
I just looked at my resistance bands and they are ripping. This is not
Uh-oh.
good. I have to get new
This
ones.
Saturday, by the way, is the official return of CM Punk, his first match since he left the WWE.
Yep.
This Saturday.
So yeah, I gotta check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's facing off against Darby Allin.
Mm. Okay. Not too sure who that is, but
That's the young guy who used to come to the ring on a skateboard all the time. With
okay.
the face paint. He's Sting's protege.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, him and Sting are partners in AEW right now. And when CM Punk made his announcement, Darby and Sting were in the rafters looking down on him, circa 1997 Sting. Or 8,
Definitely.
rather. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So now going back to petite women with punch power.
Yeah.
Um Alexa Bliss defeated Eva Marie with Dewdrop by pinfall.
Yeah, that name. Is that your
Yep.
Alexa? Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, I get it because of Alexa Bliss. Boom. So, yeah, I mean, Piper Niven, uh, as she was FKA, Dewdrop did seem to pull the final move and be like, all right, I'm sick of this stuck up bitch. And how did she get her again? She kind of, I feel like didn't she turned on Eva in this match, right?
This was one of those ones that I just got a glimpse of.
Give me 1 second here. This is my bad. I should have recapped this before we started.
And while he looks that up, we're going to give you a commercial. See them pepper, yeah? You know them, Mac? Soulicious pepper sauce. Too hot for tech. XX Inferno. We have 2 flavor. Bring one for your friend or even your neighbor. Soulicious pepper sauce. Look on the ingredient. No fat in it. And we have spices, yes. Soulicious pepper sauce. We have the niceness. Put it in your drink and spice it up, yes. Soulicious pepper sauce. We have apron too. So worth to eat. Just right for you. Yep. Yeah, we do that. Oh man. 45 what you can do in 45 minutes, bro, I'm telling you.
rhyme, the rhyme for we've got the flavor to even your neighbor.
Yeah, I freestyle that piece, man.
It kills me every time. We got the flavor. Give it to even your neighbor. Oh my god. Oh, my face. Ow, it hurts. Oh, my fucking face hurts. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Oh shit. Oh, ouch.
Oh,
All
man.
right. Okay, so no, yeah, so back to the Bliss versus Eva Marie. Uh Eva Marie kept trying to do uh she kept trying to fuck with Lily, basically. She was, trying to do little smacks and like trying to get Alexa off guard. Alexa basically, once Alexa started hitting her, she just didn't stop, and then she hit her with that fucking DDT, like the real hard one that Bliss does. I don't feel like they haven't given it a name. In fact, I can tell you right now, even on WWE, they haven't given it a name.
Then you
Um,
must take 2 minutes to think of a name. Hold on a second. So it's Alexa Bliss. Blissful Demise.
Twisted Bliss.
That's her off the top rope thing.
Oh, okay, so it can't be that then.
uh,
Um,
mm, I'm thinking.
I was trying to think of other names that she had used, and I was gonna just use them ignorantly. But uh,
Even call it the downward end. Fuck. Without the fuck. So there's the downward
the
end.
downward end fuck.
The downward end. Fuck. If it was an AEW, they might
I was
use
gonna
that.
say. Oh, I was gonna say just change it from an end with an E to an and with an A.
Yeah.
The downward and fuck.
Downward end.
Um,
The DAF.
yeah, the daff. Make
Daff.
a motherfucker look daft when you hit him with that daff.
Hit it with that daff.
But yeah, so fucking Lily scared Eva Marie right before she got hit with a DDT. Bliss and Lily left, and then Dewdrop. I hate that fucking name. Dewdrop. Then grabbed the mic. That's what it was. She grabbed the mic from the ring announcer, and she said, "And the loser of this match, Eva Marie." And then she put on Eva Marie's robe and walked out.
Okay.
Yeah, so she definitely, it was SummerSlam where she was like, "Fuck you, bitch."
Get him. All right. So then we had. I think we were both right on that one.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we had the next one where we were both right on. Damian Priest defeated Sheamus by pinfall in a singles match for the United States Championship.
Yeah, these two had a great match. Damian Priest is thriving on
Yeah.
on like main roster, quote unquote. He's killing it. Really took the Bad Bunny shtick for a while and just ran with it, killed it. And then has done even better on his own since then. So he really deserved this. We both had him as winning this one as well. And yeah, so I mean, you said Flight of the Gingers earlier. That didn't go very well for this ginger.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He lost.
Sheamus got fucking rocked.
Uh,
Um, fucking Damian Priest is 6'5", crazy.
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
his monster.
Yeah.
They,
So yeah,
they,
there were some crazy moves. One of the things that Damian did, he did a spinning heel kick from the top rope,
whoa.
and it was awesome. Like it looked great.
Oof.
But yeah, he finally got him with another spinning heel kick, but just like standing one, and with Sheamus's mask off.
Ooh.
Yep, and then bow, got him.
Hit him for the 1, 2,
Two
3.
free.
3 second tan. All
Yeah,
right.
exactly. It was beautiful. He absolutely killed it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Moving on. We got the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, defeating Rey Mysterio and Dominic in a tag team match for the WWE SmackDown tag team titles, and that was by pinfall as well. Like, come
Yeah,
on, people. Like, is like, hold on a second. Really, the whole thing just okay? Never mind, not the whole thing, but still, there could have been a little bit more. Well, whatever. We got Extreme Rules coming up, so I'll wait till then. Um,
yeah. I mean, listen, I'd rather have a bunch of I'd rather have every match on the card end with a pinfall victory than have two or three end in fucking schoolboy roll ups. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, it's a step up from having a roll up. Like, a straight pin is infinitely better than a roll up victory. Um, but yeah, I mean, this was another one. This one was predetermined. Like, we knew exactly who was going to win this. It was obviously going to be the Usos. They're not going to take those belts off of them this quickly.
Mhm.
Um, Ray and Dom, I think, are going into a Ray mentoring Dom in a singles career now, as we'll talk
Mhm.
about on SmackDown. Excuse
Yeah.
me. But yeah, Ray is. I still think they're building to my Dom turning on Ray and beating the shit out of his dad thing before Ray's, you know, hangs it up. But we will, we'll see where they go with this. I think we're gonna get more of that coming up.
Well, we'll see that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Coming up just now. This is a surprise. Well, it was a surprise for me, anyways. Becky Lynch defeated Bianca Belair by pinfall, and we have to note that it was in an underwhelming 26 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. I saw a lot of people complaining about this. I do understand the complaints about this. It's not,
They made
you
Bianca
know,
look broken,
well, they
bad.
see. That's what everyone jumps to is that she lost in 26 seconds, so they made Bianca look bad. But did they? Like, did they really make Bianca look bad? Like, she got sucker
What do they mean?
punched and headbutted. Did they make Bianca look bad, or did they make Becky look like a bad guy?
Well, if I got to finish my sentence, I would have.
No, no, no.
Uh,
I understand that. I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm
oh, okay,
saying
okay.
that's all I've seen on Twitter
Oh, no,
is
I'm
like
not even going
Twitter.
by that.
Yeah,
I'm just.
Twitter and Reddit have just exploded into a rage over it.
That's definitely a rage noise if I've ever heard one. But yeah, no, I'm just glad that they actually put Bianca back in title contention. But like, is this gonna
Mm.
be a back and forth like Sasha and Charlotte, or are we gonna see like some more treachery afoot? Hmm,
I think we're going to see more treachery afoot.
I don't doubt that.
I think you gotta if you're so. This is one of the problems with when you have somebody as utterly likable as Becky Lynch.
Mm,
It is difficult to naturally make people boo them.
yeah.
Like, it's really hard to have everybody be like, "Hey, lady that we've been waiting to come back for a year and a half, we missed you, boo." Like, it's really difficult to do that, as
I
we saw on Raw when she came out and started talking, and every time she goes, everything she said, the crowd went fucking crazy because she's just so fucking likable. Like, it's crazy how
yeah.
much presence she has, right? And that's a good thing because you want superstars, and Becky Lynch is a fucking superstar. Um,
Mega.
but it's also a bad thing for storyline stuff when you want to be able to make them look like the bad guy on TV, and the whole crowd's like, "Yay! She hit her during a handshake, yeah!"
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they've got a hard road against ahead of them because you don't want to make Bianca look bad. And part of the problem with that is that people online in the wrestling community talking about it will be like, if just her losing, they say makes her look bad and stuff. And I'm like, I just that's not the right way to go
She was gonna
into a
lose.
wrestling thing.
She was gonna lose eventually. It was just like
It
I
was too
guess it
soon.
was the page type. It was the page type loss in the sense of like, hey, I'm back, thanks for the title, or hey, I'm here, give me the title, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and it becomes kind of funny when you think about the fact that before the man gimmick, right, started, Becky Lynch was the one that the internet wrestling community always always complained wasn't getting the enough opportunity, and it was like, oh, she should be champion. Like she should always be champion. Whenever she if she gets injured and comes back, she should just right back into championship. And they said that all the time, and it's really funny how that changes in the course of 2 years, where now it becomes a thing of she's holding people back or things, you know what I mean? Or
Well,
like
I
they're, or
think
not that she is, that they're holding people back for her.
we can't really say that though. She was gone for the better part of 2 years, so if you didn't step up in the time she was gone, then that's kind of your fault insurance, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
say, yeah, because it's not like she just twisted her ankle, was off TV, and then came back.
No,
You know
she
what I
grew a
mean?
person.
Inside of her, she
Yeah,
pushed it out.
gross. Yeah. Ew.
So it's
Not
just
for
one of those
me.
things. It's just one of those things. Where it's like, wow, and then came back in good time
A year
to.
and a half. A year and a half from when she gave up the belt. Especially
She
during
did.
a pandemic, you think about it too. Like she did all of that, got back into like incredible ring shape and all
Hmm.
that in like the most difficult year that people can remember.
Yeah, in this lifetime, anyways.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I mean. Like, it's nuts.
yeah. So the next match is Drew McIntyre, who defeated Jinder Mahal by pinfall in a singles match where Veer and Shanky were banned from ringside. Yeah, the buffed up Bollywood boys.
Yeah, exactly. Bollywood 2.0, the 2.0 boys. Yeah, I mean, so uh, it sounds like I'm saying a lot of this was like stuff that we knew for sure, and a lot of it is, but it's also kind of makes it sound like it wasn't as good of a SummerSlam as it really was. Like it was a good SummerSlam. It was fun. Um, but yeah, Drew versus Jinder. I mean, it's two guys with a lot of history together. They know how to work with each other. Uh, Probably the most chemistry I've ever seen Jinder have with somebody is when he's going up against Drew.
Hmm. Yep.
Um, so yeah, it's it was a good match. It was a good middle of the card match. Um, to kind of pace the show out. I don't need to see any more of this feud though.
Yeah.
The story's
Nah.
just been dumb. It's been, I'm gonna break your motorcycle. I'm gonna break your sword. Oh, that's not your real sword. Fuck. And
I'm
then
just
Drew threatening people with a sword.
I'm just putting my hand up and saying I called it. They made it happen. It wasn't for the title, but it's close enough. Um.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, the next one, Charlotte Flair defeating Nikki Ash and or Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley by submission.
Yeah. This one, uh, we both got wrong because we both
Yeah.
thought the obvious move was to keep having Nikki Ash, the super fun and super fresh champion, uh, hold it for a little bit longer.
Hmm.
Kind of make it look like maybe Nikki's not just flukes. And what they did was the opposite. They made her tap out in the middle of the ring.
Now taking the A and flipping it upside down, rounding it, and removing the middle stick.
Yes, I was like, "Where's he going with this?" Yes, yes, that is a way to make sort of an L.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna
uh,
say a U, champ to chump. a
No,
regular
there you go. Okay,
submission. Yeah, yeah,
okay. Never mind. Yeah, I gotcha. Boom.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. This was not. This was a weird move. I don't see why they did this.
Mm,
Um, you know, if anybody in the women's championship scene just got buried, I'd say it was Nikki.
yep.
Because this just confirms that every single time she won with like the what looked like maybe a little bit of ingenuity, a little bit of luck, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just is like, oh well, yeah. They mean the chick who was champ as a fluke for a month
Mm-mm.
because two people who the management thought they should be able to beat in 3 minutes couldn't. So she just
Mm-mm.
like fell backwards into a tight, like it's just stupid. Nikki does not come out of this looking good, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, they've treated Nikki uh, like shit forever.
Mm-hmm.
When they got up to the thing, they took her out of Sanity and fucked Sanity over, and then let all of them go and kept her around. And they brought her husband up to main roster, sent him back down to NXT. Then they, it was like, like it's just,
Yeah, juggling them.
it's fucking, it's bullshit. That was the one like result that really pissed me off at SummerSlam. I was like, oh come on, like
Mm-hmm. It was a bit
to
of a
see Charlotte
disappointment.
again, just to see Charlotte have the title again,
Yeah, like give it to Rhea at least. Come on.
right? Rhea got boned on her title run. Nikki got boned on her title run, and like I think it feels like it's all just to keep Charlotte happy
Mm.
now that her husband and her dad have both left the company.
Booted.
So
Like what reason? Yeah, because really, what reason would she have to say if she's not in the title picture?
that's what I'm saying, right? So they throw the belt on her, try to make her happy as the title holder and all the perks and stuff, but we'll see. I I I would not be surprised if she still dips at some point. Like she just goes, fuck it.
Yeah, 14's enough for me. I know it's
Yeah,
12, but
yeah, and
it's
just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go hang out with my husband, and we'll do really interesting, weird storylines and do cool shit, and you guys can chill.
El Idolo.
Yeah, Elle and Mrs. Idolo.
Mhm. Mhm. All right. After that, we had quite the theatrics where it came to the entrance of one
Mhm.
Edge, who defeated Seth Rollins by submission in a singles match.
Yeah, great match. That match was fucking fantastic. I watched it twice. The Edge's entrance I watched probably 7 times because that motherfucker brought back the Brood Edge,
Mhm.
like, and
Mhm.
that is sick. I word for word have asked for Brood Edge, so like I'm so happy.
Mhm.
Once I saw the music in the stage, I was like, no fucking way, you
Mhm.
crazy sons of bitches, you did it.
And then at the end of the ramp, they still gave us the rated R superstar.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that combination was just like, okay, what are you really getting right now? What are we
yeah,
getting into?
that was a great switch up.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, the match was great. Edge pulled out like finishers and submissions from every stage of his career
Nice.
throughout the match. Um, yeah, anybody who didn't watch this match should absolutely watch this match, even if they know the ending of it, just because it is like masterclass.
Mhm. 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 Check that out. SummerSlam 21. 21,
Yeah,
21, 8/21, 21. Check that out on the WWE Network. I'm not gonna say you
oh,
have to go there,
Peacock,
but Peacock, right, right, Peacock. I don't know how he created it, then couldn't sustain its own network, and then sold it twice. Come on now.
unreal.
He, He's made all kinds of money from selling it, though. I swear.
Oh, fuck yeah, he did.
Oh my goodness. And he still hasn't thanked me officially for giving him the idea. Anyways, you're welcome. But Bobby Lashley, with MVP, defeated Goldberg by referee stoppage in a singles match for the WWE Championship. Don't tell me right now. Don't tell me right now. Oh, I'm waiting for it. Yeah, he did.
What a fucking dog
Oh,
shit main event. And
oh
I
my
mean, it
goodness.
wasn't the main event, but it was close enough, and fuck that shit. That
Oh,
is atrocious. I don't ever want to see Goldberg on my fucking TV screen again.
oh boy.
Sick of it. I'm
Last
so.
time,
What'd you say?
last time you said that he came back
Oh, it
again.
just doesn't matter what I say. He's coming back anyways because of fucking what happened after the match where Bobby Lashley attacked the 15-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So like, I was just like, the second happened. What I my first thought was, oh fucking awesome! That kid annoyed the shit out of me when he was on TV before, and now he's older and he's not even an adult yet, and he's still getting his ass beat. Good, kick his ass, Bobby. Beat that little bitch. And then as it finished, I was like, when Goldberg was like looking down the ramp at Bobby, I was like, oh no, Bobby, why did you do that, you stupid fuck? Now I gotta watch this asshole again in 2 pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean Goldberg's definitely sticking around again for a little while. Huzzah! Um, what would be great would be if Goldberg beat Bobby Lashley at the next pay-per-view. And then Big E cashed in on him and wins. That,
Oh.
I mean, that'd make it all worth it.
Hmm.
Um,
Not against that. Not against that at all.
and it'd be really, it'd be really good if they made a stipulation, like with, before, and there's no word of Big E cashing in or anything, but when they make the rematch for Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg, they
Mm-hmm.
make a stipulation that says if Goldberg doesn't leave, insert arena name here, as the WWE champion, he has to retire from pro wrestling forever and maybe jump off of a bridge. Um, and then he beats Bobby Lashley, and people are like, "Oh my God, Goldberg doesn't have to retire. How awesome!" And then Big E beats him, which means he doesn't leave that arena the champion, and without even losing to the match, he fucking has to retire forever and maybe jump off a bridge.
He's still going with that and maybe jump off a bridge thing, eh?
Yes. I
Oh,
think I think
Jesus.
the and maybe jump off a bridge is a necessary clause.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That is too funny.
He's a shit wrestler.
I am dying right now. Oh gosh. All right, moving on to the main event featuring the head of the table, the tribal chief, the man whom you shall acknowledge, Roman Reigns, with Paul Heyman defeating the greatest of all time, they say, the man who has claim for that title for sure, John Cena.
Yeah. It was it was a good match. It was a decent enough match. Nothing is ever going to be as good as Cena AJ at SummerSlam. That match was probably the best match John Cena will ever have. Um, but it was good. And once again, there was this was the thing. I almost told you this when we were making our predictions. Um,
Hmm.
I almost told you this, and I was like, I'm just gonna let him have it. Um, which is there was no world where where Roman Reigns was gonna lose to John Cena with the stipulation of Roman Reigns leaves the WWE.
No.
I mean, the only thing would have been unless he maybe had to go back for more like leukemia treatment or something like that, like something crazy outside of kayfabe. But like that was the thing where I was like, oh, okay, they've got their plan set in. But the cool part of this ending, and I believe I sent you messages on Facebook as I discovered it happening while I was watching it. Let me just see here. I'm gonna find it because it was pretty funny. I sent you, yeah. So first I sent you Roman holding up the title to signify and still, and then immediately after, like within a minute, I sent you ... Wait one goddamn second, and then the crazy like what the fuck eyeballs, and you're like, what? I sent you the gif of the old dude being like, he's back, and Lesnar freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
I will also say that Lesnar, in his walk down to the ring with that crazy ponytail mohawk thing, no one has ever looked like more of a Viking, and I include real life actual Vikings in everyone there. Nobody has ever looked as much of a Viking as Brock Lesnar looks.
I still stand by it. Like, this is like, if Hitler were to see Lesnar right now, he'd be like, "That's what I mean. That's right there, right there," pointing at his mega machine. Like,
Yeah,
anyway, you know what I mean? Like,
Lesnar's insane.
he's
He's this.
crazy. Like,
He's legitimately the scariest looking human
I think
there's ever been.
subconsciously, I stay at 285 just so I can say I'm the size of Brock Lesnar. That's my only give. Don't go testing my capacity and shit. I'm just saying I'm the size of that motherfucker.
Yeah. It's just a thing I can say to somebody if they can't see me.
You know what I mean?
If I'm trying to, intimidate someone who can't visually see me.
Yeah, straight up.
I say, I'm the same. I weigh exactly the same amount as Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, straight up, 285. Just
Like,
holding it down.
like you're Brock Lesnar checked? Yeah, I mean, I weigh exactly the same as him.
Oh man, straight up. Like, I move my speaker like I have this 60-watt speaker and I move it like it's a portable sometimes, and then I pay for it the next day.
Yeah, oh
Just
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like this guy does like throws 150-pound fucking punching bags and shit, just suplexes them for no reason.
Yeah, he's a. I mean, there's a reason he's a fucking mental patient.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Yeah, he's a bad man.
He's a bad man. All right, so we got that SummerSlam jam done.
Yeah.
Now we got the Raw results. Excuse me, for August 23rd.
Yeah, and I will say, we'll probably fly through most of these because it was a pretty uneventful Raw. Like I was pretty upset with this being the Raw after SummerSlam.
Oh, I mean,
Like I thought they were gonna do something. I thought they were gonna do something like they would the Raw after Mania. They like
yeah,
they just had a stadium full of people two
full,
nights earlier.
full.
Yeah, sold out
And
2 nights earlier, and the first show back, they're like, want to see what? So you saw us going pretty ham. You guys want to see what it looks like when we put very little into it?
yeah, yeah. And like, I mean, you had your standard match interruption match with the people who interrupted.
Yeah, now as a tag team.
Yeah, that's with
Yeah.
Damian Priest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's just get that out of the way right
Yeah,
away. Yeah, we had
yeah,
Damian Priest fucking going against Bobby Lashley, and then all of a sudden fucking Sheamus and fucking Drew got involved because what we need to extend is Drew versus Bobby. Let's bring that back.
Yeah, reignite. It's like lighting a burnt. It's like lighting a barbecue to cook the burnt hamburger. Just don't
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Then we got Karrion Kross defeating Ricochet. I don't even know why they were in the same ring at the same
Once
time.
again, yeah. Why?
Like, let's see how far he can throw him.
What possibly would be the fucking point of that? It
Well, I
makes
mean,
it makes no
you
sense.
you did have a whole. I think it wasn't it a 2-year program with Ray versus Big Show.
Yeah, Ray, who
So
was
that
booked to look like he knew how to win matches.
this is very true. This is also very
Ricochet, who's been booked like a fucking loser for the last 2 straight years.
jobbing.
Just job after job after job after job.
Like,
Like,
just look.
and then you put him against Karrion Kross, who just like a week ago was like, "I'm here to murder people. I want to end people's lives." Like,
He might as well have said that because that's
I
what he
mean,
was.
like, yeah. Anybody see what he did to fucking Jeff Hardy last week?
Oh
Jeff
man.
Hardy, who's probably got like 60 pounds on Ricochet.
Yeah, because Ricochet is what 160 something,
Yeah,
and Jeff
Ricochet is a
Hardy's
little
like
dude, man.
yeah, Hardy's like 225.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
like Ricochet could go on 205.
yeah, definite.
So yeah, it's just I mean it's fucking mental having these two go, and it was very much the second they said the match was happening, I was like, okay, so Ricochet's losing another job, good.
Mhm, mhm. Then you had Xavier Woods defeat The Miz.
Yeah, so uh the the Miz, I mean we didn't really talk about this. The Miz and Morrison has been broken up, and I don't like it. I don't like my
Really?
boys fighting like this.
Hmm.
Um, you know, the, we had Logan Paul on Moist TV. Uh, Literally, not a single person in the arena was happy to see Logan Paul.
No.
They everyone hated him. It was saved by Miz and Morrison, being comedic fucking geniuses. Then the Miz got interrupted by uh, fucking Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods challenged him to a match. He lost by roll up, but boom, those are back.
Mhm.
And then after the match, the Miz attacked John Morrison, and
Yeah.
Sag man, feels bad.
Yeah. Done for. They breaking all kinds of relationships up.
I know, sons of bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to see what Johnny can do on his own. Maybe he'll get a little bit more success, and maybe he'll have a cool face Johnny Drip Drip run.
Or he'll challenge someone that's almost twice his size. We'll see. You never know.
Well, first he's going after the Miz because he challenged him afterwards, like after Raw, like on a backstage segment.
Right, right. Going after the Miz. Let's see who they throw at him.
Yeah, true.
But Mansoor defeated Jinder Mahal by disqualification. So he's saying this is brown on brown violence?
Yeah, brown on brown crime,
Brown on brown
as
crime.
as my boy Quentin Rampage Jackson would say.
Rampage. I swear
Black on black crime.
my brother looks like him, I swear. I
That's
swear.
awesome. I fucking
I,
love Rampage Jackson so much. That
I
motherfucker kills me.
yo man, I'm telling you, like I saw a picture of Rampage, I saw a picture of my brother, I'm like, holy shit. Like, and that door he destroyed. He decimated that door.
On the Ultimate
Holy
Fighter, he got pissed off because his team kept losing, and he just
I've
punched through the door.
never seen a door lose that bad.
the,
Ever.
the line that Dana White says right after it is pretty brilliant because he literally says, he's like, that's why you don't want to be a door at the Ultimate Fighting at the UFC. He's like, there's no future being a door on the Ultimate Fighter.
Oh man.
And then he goes, he's like, fuck. He's like, you know what the worst part of this is? Now everyone knows how cheap our fucking doors are.
Oh fuck.
It was one of fucking Dana's more quick-witted and hilarious moments was him just immediately being like, oh, now people know how cheap our fucking doors are. Shit. Because that door was made of like cardboard almost.
I look like it.
It's just a hollow two pieces of fucking plywood, and fucking boy did Quentin really go after it.
Right.
But yeah, so we had Mansoor versus Jinder. we got fucking to Quentin, but Mansoor versus Jinder. I don't know what they're doing with Mansoor and Ali. I don't understand where they're trying to bring them.
No, it seems strange.
It kind of just seems like a thing they are determined to keep as a mid-card story that doesn't I don't know. I don't know if they have an ending or a next step in mind ever for it. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's
Um,
probably gonna end up in a feud between the two of them.
almost certainly. Almost certainly. We'll see if we get heel Mansoor or if we just keep getting heel Mustafa Ali. But one thing's for sure, Jinder got a real good piece of that kick on Mansoor's face in that thumbnail. Holy shit.
Yeah. Looks like one of those fucking Jeffrey kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH defeat Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Yeah.
Yep. You just get the two people who lost the triple threat the night before, have them just, team up and defeat the former women's tag team champions.
Because that does so much for them moving forward. Of course it does. Yeah.
Yep. Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash have a huge future as a tag team that will totally not end quickly.
Wicked. Let's hear more about that.
Yeah, I did. I mean, we've talked about it before. Raw doesn't know what the fuck they're doing with their women's division.
Yeah, like, hey, let's take this gasoline, right, and mix it with this kerosene. Hey, what are you gonna do? Cook it? What?
Yep. Cooking it on an open flame.
You know what I mean? Come on now. Let's go. AJ Styles was defeated by Riddle.
Yeah.
In the main event.
Yeah. They had a singles match between AJ and Riddle. We had fucking Randy and Omos on the outside. Randy finally decided he likes the scooter because he used the scooter against Omos, which was a pretty funny little piece of character work. Because he always shits on Riddle bringing that scooter down, and now he finally found the use for it. Yeah, I mean, this I like. This sets, this continues their feud in a natural way. We'll get another pay-per-view title match, most likely. And I think that's going to be, we're going to keep leading towards Randy and Riddle being a tag team, hopefully for a while. Like, I'd like to see them have, like, almost a year. That's a tag team would be sick. As long as it, is playing out well. And it sets up well to have Omos kind of, take out AJ, since AJ has been eating the pins. Because AJ Styles is a fucking professional, and he knows that eating pins is a necessary part of the job.
Several challenges Becky Lynch faced when she returned to SmackDown.
Yeah. So we had Bianca came out, and well, I mean, first thing was Becky came out, huge pop. Holy shit! I also just noticed they've changed Baron Corbin's name to Happy Corbin officially on the featured superstars list. He's listed
Oh
as
wow.
Happy Corbin.
Yep, I see
That's
that right
awesome. Wicked
there.
picture. So that is fucking fantastic picture right there. Tell me that ain't great.
That
Uh,
is too funny. Yeah.
I fucking oh my god! If I do this from my computer again next week, if I don't have a fucking camera set up yet, I
Yeah.
am making Happy Corbin my avatar. 100,000%.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
fucking. So Becky Lynch came out and was like, "Oh, now I'm a mom. Leaving a year and a half ago was the hardest decision I ever had to make. Because it felt like I was not just losing a title, but the thing that I like a career and the thing that I had and what I was good at and what I was meant to do. But if you thought that I was dangerous when I was only fighting for myself, you have no idea how dangerous I'm going to be now." And then the crowd cheers and cheers and cheers. And then she said how, you know, um, there's people online saying that what she did was underhanded. Uh, and maybe it was, and blah 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 blah. Which once again, as she said it, the crowd is just cheering for her the whole time still. So not
Hmm.
the crowd, surprise surprise, a WWE crowd not going along with the storyline they are being told. Um, Strange how that works. But
Mhm.
after a little bit of talking, Bianca came out and said, give me a rematch. The EST versus the man will, sell big numbers. It'll be a huge thing and blah, 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 which is all very true. Then Zelina Vega came out to interrupt, demanding a title shot. Carmella came out to interrupt, demanding a title shot. So I guess Zelina Vega and Carmella no longer friends, no longer in the best looking stable since DX. Fucking
Mm.
just like with Sasha, because now Sasha's out, so these two are just like meh. And then Liv Morgan came out, and they all decided they should challenge. And Bianca looks at Becky and goes, "Listen, none of them are gonna challenge you." He's like, "Give me a rematch tonight. Like, let's do this." And Becky literally just goes, "Nah," and walked away, which I thought was the right move. Like, that's a hilarious fucking way to play that out. That's a great
Mhm.
heel way to play that out, is to just completely undersell the the facts that the face is just spit in your face. Be like, and walk away. Like, I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. Like, I'll defend this when I'm damn well ready. And then, I mean, we'll get right into it here. Bianca then won the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match to get the right to face Becky Lynch again. I'm guessing at Extreme Rules.
What's the stipulation?
For Bianca versus Becky?
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
know
if
it's
you
not.
do a.
You don't think a stipulation should be in there for Extreme Rules?
Oh, I guess so. It is Extreme Rules. Oh. See, my thing is, like, for stipulations, I like stipulations that kind of, like, make sense to the story, right? And
So,
we don't have it. There's been no story with Bianca and Becky yet.
mm,
Like, the only story we've had is Becky came back, cheap shotted her way into a title win, refused an immediate rematch the Friday after. That's all we have so far. Um, yeah, I don't know. What I mean, what would you think? What do you want to see? All mine are all the stipulations I can think of have been outlawed since the late '90s, early 2000s. Unfortunately.
I'm thinking some kind of whip match, like
Sorry,
some
some
kind
kind of what?
some kind of whip match.
Oh,
Like,
okay. So we are thinking the same thing.
yeah, yeah, something along those lines. Where you know what I mean?
Get
Like
Tori back. Get the cat back.
I don't even know if
Sable.
strap match. I don't think a women have had a strap match.
Keeping it to
Hey,
myself.
hey, they went in hell in a cell, so you know there's nothing saying they can't do that.
Oh no. I think they could absolutely do a strap match. Just my brain went,
Oh,
different places with when I heard strap. Um. Yep.
yep.
Yep. Would watch. Yeah, I want to do like a they can do a leather strap like a Texas strap match would be cool. We do Buff Bagwell's mom on a pole match. Bring that one back from
Oh my gosh.
New Blood Rising. Um, what other horrible gimmick matches were there?
Oh man.
What?
There was the lingerie matches.
Well, those are the see, when I said all the stipulation matches that I'm thinking of haven't been allowed since the late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
I was joking about all the the bra and panties, the mud wrestling matches, the fucking strip poker matches, like all those shits.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'd want to see for Bianca and Becky first one. Like, you don't want to do a cage match because nobody's really run away from anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hell in a Cell is way too heavy and is the next month anyways, right?
Month after.
Month after.
No.
No,
September, October.
October.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Um you don't want to do I mean, you could do a ladder match if you wanted. I don't know if you want to do a ladder match between them right off the bat. That seems a little premature. Um
Well, she avoided the last ladder match, so why not throw
who
her
did?
into one? Becky.
Which one?
The last ladder match she was supposed to be. Well, no, I don't know if she was supposed to be in. No, she wasn't supposed to be in the ladder match.
You're thinking of the Money in the Bank match where she
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
No, yeah, the title was in the briefcase.
yeah.
Um um Yeah, man, I don't know. It's a really hard one. I mean, I'm tempted to just kind of say just a no DQ match.
Ah,
Uh,
that would
you
be
know,
yeah.
no DQ match, or maybe even like a 2 out of 3 falls.
I'd like to see that.
2 out of 3 falls would be fun. An Iron Woman match would be cool,
Mm,
but I feel like that needs more build up. You kind of need
yeah,
like a couple. You need like 2 months of build up to get to a point where you're like 60 minutes, most pinfalls wins kind of thing.
yeah,
But 2 out of 3 falls, I'd like that's one I could definitely fuck with.
yeah, yeah. Makes sense. All right. Moving forward, we'll see what comes up. Um, in the next match, Cesaro defeated Chad Gable by disqualification.
Yeah, I mean, so here's where I want here. Let's take predictions.
Mm.
Who, who, who,
Who? Who?
who is gonna be Cesaro's new tag team partner? Because it seems like maybe we're about to get into a position where they feel like let's put Cesaro in another tag team
Yeah,
because
because
he's
he's
getting
got
attacked by the Alpha Academy.
like the way they have him in this window image is just like he's about to feel the hurt with that impact.
Oh yeah,
Good
the German
golly,
suplex, big
clothesline.
fucking clothesline
Meat.
combo.
Yeah, what are we calling now? The Omega
Maybe the Alpha Dozer.
Alpha Dozer, Omega
Bring back the heavy machinery gimmick.
Omega Crush,
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I
Omega
don't know
Rush.
what to call it.
I call it Omega Rush, yo, because the Alpha Academy, it's a ending. It's a quick ending. Omega
Mhm.
Rush. Call it that.
Mhm.
There you go. You're welcome, WWE. Take that. Take that.
Boom.
So, yeah, you know what I mean? Chad Gable, got some assists from the dude Otis there. The dude Otis
Dude.
there. The dude Otis, like, you
Yep.
know
Yep.
what
Yep.
I
Yep. Yep.
mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, and it was just
Nobody remembers nobody in fucking Heavy Machinery's name since Heavy Machinery broke up.
yep,
Sag, man. Sag.
yep, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. And then yeah, man. The next thing happened after that. Shit. What we got going on? Happy they actually put it in the title of the thing too. Happy
My new
Corbin
favorite thing.
tries to buy Big E's Money in the Bank briefcase.
Happy Corbin is the greatest thing on television right now.
Oh
Fuck
my
everybody.
goodness.
It's so good. They played this little this little like montage of
Yeah,
how after he lost to Big E on the pre-show, he found like I think he found $20 on the ground.
yeah,
And because he was in Vegas, he took it to the casino and he turned that $100 or that $20 into $100, and then that $100 into $1,000, and then that $1,000 into $10,000, and then now he's like a millionaire or something like that all over a night in Vegas. He just kept winning. Um, so he showed up in a really nice Bentley. They showed him in the thing at the casino night montage. They showed him driving pink, like a hot pink Lamborghini at one point, and I was like, God damn, this is
yeah.
this is the best character Corbin's ever got for him, just because he got to drive some sick whips for it.
Mm,
Um, and they fitted him out with like, let's not lie, he's got a bit of drip in that suit.
there's some trap.
My man's got some drip. He comes out and is telling everybody how he's so happy now. He does, he's like, now he's like, I was broke and depressed and sad, and now I have money and I'm happy. Just so good.
Oh
Um,
man.
tells him, uh, you know, there's one thing that could make me happy, and none of the fans can help him with this. So he needs Big E. So he calls Big E out, and he starts offering him money for his Money in the Bank contract.
Mm-hmm.
Tells him, "I'll give you $10,000." And he says, "No." He goes, "I'll give you $25,000." And
Mm-mm.
he's like, no." And he's like, "I will give you $100,000 for that briefcase." And Biggie's like, the kids do need braces. Just so everybody knows, Biggie don't have no wife or kids. My man's is single and happily single. Like, he talks about that shit regularly. Um, and he's like, the kids do need braces. I'm gonna have to say no. Uh,
Yes,
and so yeah, he kept trying to, kept trying and trying and trying to get him to agree to it. Biggie said no, and surprisingly, there was no fight about it. Like, Biggie left, and Corbin was like, "Oh, okay, I'll get you at some point."
nah, you
Just kind of let him go.
rapscallion. Yeah, you got. Yeah, that
Basically
was.
that. Basically that. Happy Corbin is a nice guy. Happy Corbin didn't attack somebody for not getting what he wanted. He literally offered him $100,000, and when the guy said no, he's like, "Oh, you silly goose. All right, well, we'll see how you feel tomorrow."
Silly
Like,
goose.
it's fucking great. Fucking anybody who doesn't like
Oh,
Happy Ziggler can go, or Happy Corbin can go fuck themselves.
oh man, for real. On that note,
Happy
we got
Corbin fucking rules.
we got King Nakamura and Rick
Boogs.
Boogs
Oh, my boy. My other
defeating
boy.
Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. I had
The
to.
Dirty Dogs. I don't know
The
why they don't just put them as the Dirty Dogs. Like, that's their tag team name. Put them as the Dirty Dogs.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless there's some dissension. Dun, dun,
Dun dun
dun.
dun. Um, yeah. Um, I love that. I want to see Dirty Dogs. The King of Strong Stone. Fucking Rick Boogs. They call him in this The King of Strong Styles, Headbanging Harold, which is mwah, fucking what wonderful wording. Whoever wrote this, good job.
Let's see who
Um,
wrote this.
yeah, who did it? Who did it? Is it our boy? Is it our boy? Doesn't
It's
say.
a
They don't give
boy,
him credit
Johnny
anymore.
Boy.
They don't give anybody credit no more. Those sons of
Nobody.
bitches. But yeah, no, this was a great match overall. Like Nakamura is awesome. Ziggler and Rude just they've just been doing their thing. They are really nowhere right now. I feel like this is
Hard.
the first time I've seen them in weeks.
A couple, yeah. A
So
couple, so.
yeah, but the other best thing on TV besides Happy Corbin is obviously still King Nakamura and Rick Boogs.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And it's not to miss or forget mentioning NXT. Y'all need to check that out. That's picking up real
Well,
steam right now.
we'll talk about that right after this a little bit
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
So
there's some trouble brewing.
it's a brewing, isn't it?
It's not going to be good.
So we got Sami Zayn defeating Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. Oh wait. Sorry. One second here. I just saw some. Oh fuck.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No. So Shannon Spruill, formerly known as the wrestler from WCW and Impact, Daphne, has passed away.
Oh,
Seems like she may have killed herself.
oh shit.
Yeah, I saw. I had to bring this up because I saw yesterday. I saw a tweet from Mick Foley asking people to try to get in touch with Shannon because she was uh, threatening self harm and had turned her and was not responding to messages anymore.
Mm.
And then now I'm just seeing 2 hours ago that yeah, she has passed away. Jesus Christ.
Mm-mm.
All right, well, rest in peace, Daphne. Jesus Christ.
That is unfortunate.
She, she's been around since '99, man.
Yeah.
46 years old, young girl too. Um,
Yeah.
fucking yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's not. It's life. You know what I mean. You gotta live it as it happens.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah. Sami Zayn defeated Dominic. This is kind of what I was talking about before. I think we're getting into a Dominic Mysterio solo run with Ray kind of acting as manager slash valet slash mentor. And whenever Dominic messes up and Ray trying to help him, I think Dom's going to come to resent that still. They've done nothing to dissuade me of this fucking plan. So
nah,
as
if
far
you
as
saw
I'm
the
concerned, this shit's happening. Like they keep in fact, they keep getting fucking closer to it.
if you saw the end of the match, you'll see the body language kind of indicates that you're more right than I want to admit. But
Yeah, I mean, because this literally what I pitched when I said it was that like Dom getting increasingly more annoyed with feeling like
if
Ray
I'm
is
being
actually
honest,
holding him back.
you pitched this before they won the titles.
I did, yes.
So nothing's telling me that they didn't hear something and think, "Hey, that's a good idea." Let's
Yeah,
wait on that though. Let's wait. Let's wait and see.
yeah. Oh, and I will say my one beef with this match was when Dom got hit with the haluva kick by
Yeah,
Sammy.
yeah.
The god awful camera work didn't allow any sort of shot of the haluva kick actually landing. It cut right as he did it. So you just see Sammy running, and then all of a sudden you see Dom falling.
Mm.
It's those stupid quick cuts that Bucky Beaver motherfucker still likes to do.
Bucky Beaver left to get to learn your cuts. I'm just
Yep.
saying. All right. So I want to shout out the people that are still watching this. The numbers remain constant throughout the whole show. You know what I mean? I got to shout out the Wifenger for letting me use the personal space to do this here. And you know what I mean? It is what it is. everybody's got their sections in the house. Mine, like, we all jam in the living room, but I'm more in the basement than in here. So, it's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Also, shout out Liquid Fire Radio, who will be syndicating this weekly, as well as anybody who's listening and sharing the link. All right.
Big shout outs.
Yeah, so we got the final confrontation when Finn Balor invades Roman Reigns' family celebration.
Yeah, so we had a few um little segments backstage throughout the night of
Hmm.
Jimmy and Jay seeming to be very, very sus of Paul Heyman.
Hmm.
Uh, they seemed to think that Paul Heyman knew that Brock Lesnar was going to be showing up on Saturday night, um, and they locked him out of the uh, dressing room
Hmm.
until Roman got there. And then Roman got there and was like, "What do I got to open my own doors now, Paul?" With his goddamn calm Roman voice. And Paul's
No, my
like,
tribal chief.
"Yeah, no, my tribal chief. Oh, no." Oh, and opened it. Um, and that was fucking hilarious. And then when they're on their way out to the ring, Paul tries to hand the belt to Roman, and Roman's like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" He's like, "Well, this is a family celebration, tribal chief." He's like, "You are family, Paul. I love you." And then Paul's like, "Yes, sir," and fucking walks out with him with holding the belt for him. I was like, "This is fucking good shit, man." Like,
Yo, bro, I'm telling you,
holy shit! Did
just
they
like I
ever need to
said,
stop? They needed to stop scripting Joe Anoa'i fucking years ago, bro, because this motherfucker's good on the mic.
like he's golden. Like I said, I keep telling people, like I walk around like I'm the head of the table and keep telling people or conducting myself like they should acknowledge me, and it's just like, yo, it feels good, but it's a little bit bad for the ego. I'm
Oh
telling
yeah.
you, that's the
Oh
next
man,
shirt, the acknowledge me shirt. That's the next one for sure.
for sure. Yeah, I mean,
For sure.
Calm Roman is a different monster. Calm Roman
Oh.
is great. I love it. I
Mm,
love it so
mhm,
much.
mhm, mhm,
Um, it's gonna be really interesting that we're gonna get. So Vince has been trying for years and years, right, to get
mhm,
Roman versus Brock for the title, to have Roman go over Brock to look big, right?
mhm.
And for one reason or another, it fell through every time. We had it where they couldn't do it because the fans were just not get going for Roman. They just refused.
Mhm.
Uh, we had Roman then all of a sudden have to take a sudden leave of absence for leukemia coming back and having to go to treatment. Like,
Mhm.
it's happened several times where it's gotten. I mean, then we had that year where we had like the first four pay per views of the month were all Roman versus Brock,
Yep.
and every time Roman lost them
Mm,
because they were just trying to get to a point where the fans were like, okay, just put a fucking belt on him already, Jesus Christ.
mhm. 30.
Eh,
He's had up to this point, I think, 42 title matches.
yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And now we're finally gonna get Roman versus Brock, but Brock is going to be the face. What?
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's
that's
insanity. Brock Lesnar is being booked as a fucking face while Roman's being booked as the heel. Who would have thought that 2 years ago?
that's unheard of.
It's
Es-
fucking mental.
Especially with Paul Heyman's involvement.
And that's the other thing. And not only is he the fucking heel, but he's the heel with Paul Heyman as his manager. Like, it's
Yep.
fucking insanity. Nobody, if anybody would have said this in fucking January 2019 or 18, you'd be like, you're fucking stupid. Like, there's no shot.
And even then, like, it's showing Heyman's championship acumen, because I think everyone he's been with over the last decade has held the title for at least 7 of the 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was the whole fucking Jack Swagger
Jack Swagger,
time.
CM Punk, Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar,
Yeah.
and now Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I mean, Heyman is golden. Everything Heyman touches turns to gold. The dude's brilliant.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so this is going to be a very interesting feud. I can't wait to see Brock come back and fucking try to be a good guy.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's going to be really hard work for Brock to pretend to be a good guy. I,
Mm,
I don't know how he's going to pull that off, really.
yeah, no, that's well. I guess we'll see on the, and I guess that's why he went to SmackDown, because they have the writers for it.
Oh yeah, 100%,
Hmm. Hmm.
100%. I'm just trying to find this thing I wanted to talk about, so we can say rest in peace to our dear sweet NXT.
Hmm.
All right. So, according to Brian Alvarez on the Wrestling Observer,
Hmm.
uh, he said, and I quote, "Like anything, anything can change, anything is possible. But I talked a while ago about how we're going to have a new NXT. It's going to be like the old NXT. I have heard from several people now that they will go that when they go back to live shows, this is going to be a Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard production."
Really?
Yeah,
So Vince and Bruce are taking over NXT?
that is what it kind of looks like. Um,
Well, it was nice knowing you.
yeah, yeah.
Nice
So,
knowing you.
yeah, it's once again, I read that and immediately my thought was, oh, rip,
No.
because
No. Well,
yes,
maybe they learned from Triple H as to how they should run it, and they're just gonna screw it up anyways. Fuck.
yeah. So this is also Meltzer, also on Wrestling Observer, said, uh, sorry, 1 second here. The new logo, that new shitty, like kind of almost tie dye looking logo,
Yeah.
that's Kevin Dunn. So the same idiot who fucks up all the camera uh,
Uh,
shots on main roster.
uh,
Um, they said he also says that Triple H has lost power over the brand, and that veteran NXT stars are going to be cut from the company soon.
wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, yeah. So awesome.
Someone's power tripping.
Someone. Wonder who would do that.
I don't, Vince. What?
Yeah, right.
Vince don't know.
Jesus.
I mean,
Yeah. In happier news, apparently last night CM Punk hit his first go to sleep in an AEW ring. So
mm,
we're getting there. I really am. I'm really excited for AEW's All Out this weekend.
hmm
I think it's on the 4th. Let me see. Oh no, it's actually on Sunday. Wow, them and WWE traded. AEW All Out Sunday, September 5th
mm,
in Chicago.
yep.
So
Well,
that
um,
crowd is going to be loud as fuck when
oh
CM
yeah.
Punk walks out.
Oh yeah.
Because as we all know, CM stands for Chicago Made.
Yep. Definite.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Looking forward to that.
Let me see what. Let's look over what matches they've got set up here.
Right.
Okay, we've got Paul White, aka Whale, versus QT Marshall. I'm not familiar with him. We've got Chris Jericho versus MJF, which is Martin J. Friedman. Chris Jericho loses, he must retire from in-ring competition, which very possible. We've got Miro defending his AEW TNT Championship versus Eddie Kingston. We got the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers.
Mhm.
We've got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. I fucking love that name so much because she is literally actually a dentist.
Wow.
Versus Chris Statlander for the Women's World AEW title. And then we have CM Punk versus Darby Allin. And Kenny Omega defending the AEW World Championship against Christian.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Which is sick because Christian actually just beat Kenny Omega for the Impact World title
Oh shit.
pretty
So
recently. So Christian is the Impact World Champion right now.
okay.
I
Okay.
believe he still is, anyways.
Let's go. Okay.
Yeah. August 13th, Cage defeated Omega to win the Impact World title. So he is still champion.
I'm still champion.
You know who he defended it against so far in Impact?
Who?
Brian Myers, who you may
Who?
better know as one Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins. Wow.
The man with the longest losing streak in World Wrestling Entertainment history.
Yep. Yep. That's bonkers. Some more. Okay. I just don't see it. I see it, but I don't see it.
What don't you see?
No, I'm just looking at something right quick. For those of you who haven't heard of him, you need to check out lushybantan.com. Artist that I'm working with. I just looking up something on his site right quick because
Yep.
we were talking and that it just came to my mind. So I gotta double check. I had to double check something. But yeah, so AEW's doing their thing. UFC, what's going on with them?
UFC. We're looking probably in I think December 11th is the current scheduled or current targeted date rather. It hasn't been signed officially yet for the next lightweight title fight. Um, we've got it'll be Dustin Poirier, former interim lightweight champion, facing off against Charles Do Bronx Oliveira, who is the current undisputed lightweight champion after his big win over Michael Chandler. Yeah. Man, sorry, I'm literally just going over, trying to go through those names in my head and just pulling them out.
Okay, okay.
We,
You doing this off the top? That's
yeah,
crazy. I thought you were looking it up.
no,
That's
no,
fun.
no.
You see?
I just started typing stuff in now to look up, but that was all just the story off top.
Okay, okay. That's why he's your favorite heel host. He remembers this shit like it's nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man. I
We
guess
had the. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess at this rate, you kind of did earn the maintenance of your title, but it's all good. It's all good. We got Extreme Rules coming up. We're gonna have to have a stipulation for our Extreme Rules match, though. We have to. Like, it's Extreme Rules. So
Oh yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it
we'll
out.
think of
We'll
something.
figure it out.
Oh,
But yeah, so the other thing that happened was on Saturday we had Ricky Turkios versus Brian Heastand and Brian Battle versus Gilbert Urbina. at bantam and middleweight respectively, and those were the finals for the Ultimate Fighter 29. The winners being Ricky Tercios and Brian Battle. Brian Battle, huge win for him. He lost in the house. He was the last one picked for either team, like the very dead last pick during the team picking. Lost in the house. Was called to step in because the other finalist had an injury. So Brian Battle was called in on short notice to face Gilbert, and he came in. He lost the first round, and then like a fucking psycho, he came out in round 2 and got a big submission 2 minutes and 15 seconds in to become the Ultimate Fighter at middleweight. Ricky Tercios, it was a decision, third round decision against Brian Heastand, but it was unanimous. Everyone knew that Ricky won. This motherfucker fights like a young El Kukui, Tony Ferguson. He's just constantly active. Whenever he got taken down, he's the one who gets taken down, but he doesn't stop throwing, so he's still winning when he's getting taken down because he's the one throwing the most strikes during that time. So that was insane. And then in the main event, we had Edson Barboza, the man, the myth, the legend, the only man to have knockout victories. If I'm correct, he has knockout victories by kicks at every level. He's the only person to do that. He's got head kick knockouts, he's got body kick knockouts, and yes, he has leg kick knockouts.
Wow.
So one of the most decorated kicking psychos in mixed martial arts history. Fighting at featherweight now, he fought Giga Chikadze, who is from Georgia. He has another crazy kick game. He has knocked out most of his opponents in the first round via a kick to the liver. He tends to just shut people down with a kick to the liver. They call it the Giga Kick. It took him a while, but he got it in round 3. He didn't even win by his kicks, though. He actually showed some of his hand skills and knocked Edson out that way. So yeah, it was a crazy night for especially for a non-pay-per-view. This weekend we have Derek Brunson versus Derek Brunson versus Darren Till at the Apex. Then we have Anthony Smith versus Ryan Spann, September 18th. And then the next big one is the pay-per-view UFC 266. That's September 25th. We've got Alexander Volkanovski defending his featherweight title against Brian T. City Ortega. Brian Ortega last fought for the title against Max Holloway and got dominated for 5 rounds. He's since come back and had, I think, 2 or 3 big submission victories since then. But Alexander Volkanovski is just coming off of 2 back-to-back fights with Max Holloway. The winner of this, depending on what happens in Max's next fight, will likely face Max Holloway again for the title.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got a lot of big fights coming up. There's big ones coming up in November. November has a massive pay-per-view that has what is it? Sorry, let me find this one here. This one, I don't want to fuck this one up because it's fucking crazy. 268. So, UFC 268, Saturday, November 6th, Madison Square Garden. The main event is Kamaru Usman defending his welterweight title for the second time against Colby Covington. We've got, before that, Rose Namajunas defending the strawweight title in a rematch from Wei Li Shang, who she won the strawweight title from last year. Justin Gaethje will be facing Michael Chandler. Winner of that is likely to get a shot at the lightweight title. Middleweight, we've got Sean Strickland, who is a complete psychopath. If anybody wants to go on Twitter, look up Sean Strickland DMs Dylan Dennis, and you'll see the messages that Sean Strickland sent Dylan Dennis via Twitter or Instagram, and that man is completely out of his fucking mind. And he's facing poor Luke Rockhold, aka Glass Jaw Raw. That motherfucker's going to sleep again. And then we have Frankie Edgar versus Marlon Chito Vera. So big main card there. Lots of big fights on that. We've also got the return of Ali Aquinta, who has been selling houses for the last 2 years instead of fighting Bobby Green. And then we've got Jermaine Durandamy facing Irene Aldana at bantamweight and women's. So that's going to be a huge pay-per-view, probably end up being one of the biggest of the year.
All right.
Yeah. Info dump.
Take it. That's what's up. Oh man. So yeah, that is the rundown. Yeah, that's the rundown.
Fuck yeah, it is.
The recap and all that. I'm just yeah. Still fighting for that title, but it's all good. You know what I mean? We'll get it one day. Maybe it's Extreme Rules. We'll figure that out. But
So, sorry. I just have to bring something up here.
Oh boy.
Braun Strowman has confirmed his first pro wrestling match since being released by WWE back in June.
Yeah.
He will be facing EC3 at something called Free the Narrative 2, The Monster in Us All, on October 1st. You can pre-order that show for $10 right now. And yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know who made this. Maybe this is something EC3 made up. But there's like apparently this is a thing they've done 2 things of. They did one in July that had 5 quote unquote unsanctioned fights with EC3 versus Matt Cardona, aka formerly known as what was his name in WWE?
Oh man.
Woo.
Yeah, Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder. So Zack Ryder versus EC3. They also had Moose versus Matt Sydal. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. I honestly I've never heard of this Free the Narrative thing. Free the Narrative Wrestling. So yeah, it's just completely independent of any wrestling promotion. It's just people having fun. It looks like. I think it is something that EC3 started.
Okay.
Which is cool. Good for him. I like that. I like that he's come up with some weird thing for people to do as like side work.
Yeah. That's clutch, especially in these times.
Yeah, exactly. Like something where they can do stuff. They can do it like cinematic style and film it in advance, and then just edit it and put it online and charge. Like you can do a whole bunch of stuff. So I like that. Good for EC3. Good for Braun Strowman.
Yeah, man. Put your minds together and make something work. All right, so I think that's it.
Yep. That's all I got.
All right, that's all I got too. So you know where we're at. You know where we'll be. Tune in to Tough Talks for the 1, 2, 3.
Ding, ding, ding.